Boosted. What up, internet world? It's your boy Jermaine back with another video. This video, let's talk about Boosted. You guys, if you don't know, Boosted is a Bay Area last mile vehicle manufacturer. Yes. So this company makes last mile vehicles, and their most popular product is, I don't know if it's the V2 or the Stealth, or basically their most popular product right now is an electric skateboard. And I am a huge fan of electric skateboards. I do not work for Boosted. Boosted didn't pay me to make this video. I don't even know if Boosted even likes me, but anyway, I like them. And if you guys want to buy a Boosted board, there will be a link in the description below going to Amazon.com, and you can buy a Boosted board from there, and Amazon will deliver it to your house. You can go charge your skateboard, you can go for a little ride, that sort of thing. If you don't want a Boosted, guess what? It'll be some more links in there to some other Chinese skateboards. Hint, hint, they're basically all Chinese, even Boosted. Anyway, let's just talk about Boosted. I'm a huge fan of Boosted because I really got into Boosted boards really big like 2 years ago. I got my first V2, and then I later went to New York for the summer. And 2 years ago, the electric skateboarding scene in New York was nothing like it is today. Like literally 2 years ago, almost everyone had a Boosted. Like everyone had a V2. Like this was right after the V2, the battery problem. Like this was the summer after that. Oh my gosh, everybody had Boosted. It was really fun to ride around, like just go from point A to point B. You know, having an electric skateboard or having a Boosted board in New York completely changed my perspective of New York. It completely changed New York City completely for me. Because before going to New York, I would just take public transportation. Like I would just take the subway. And if it was a warm day outside, let's say if it's like 100 degrees like outside, if you walk down in some of the subway stations, it would be even hotter and there's no breeze. So getting a Boosted board and going to New York with a Boosted, I fell in love with Boosted. Okay, it's just been a very, very positive experience. 2 months ago, I was in Australia and I took my Boosted board with me to Australia, and I literally did not get into an Uber for the whole month that I stayed in Australia. Not one Uber, not one taxi. I actually thought that my month in Australia was, I think I spent less money in Australia than I did for a whole month than I did in South Africa for like 2.5 weeks. And majority of that is just not taking Ubers, because here in South Africa, as of the making of this video, I'm in Cape Town, South Africa, and I literally have to take Ubers everywhere because it's like not the safest place to walk. So yeah, so that's just why I didn't bring my Boosted here. Some countries I don't mind taking the skateboard to, like Australia, possibly a few European countries, but like South Africa, I don't think I want to bring it here because of the people driving on the wrong side of the street. Crime's really crazy. Some of the roads aren't that great. The list goes on and on. So I did not bring my Boosted board here, but let's just go back in time. So 2 years ago, when I was in New York, one thing I noticed, Boosted had a lot of fans back then. Boosted had a lot of fans, and Evol was another kid on the block too. A bunch of people were buying more Evol boards just because of the range. With Boosted, you pay like, I think like $1,500 and you get like 5 mile range, but with Evol, you can pay like $1,800 and you can get a like 20 mile or 25 mile range. So come on, just do the math. Like some people are just gonna wanna go for Boosted just because it's like very trendy and they have a really, really cool app. They have a really awesome remote. And some people are just gonna go for Evol just because maybe they live farther away and they just want bigger wheels, they want bigger tires. So that was the situation 2 years ago. A year ago, when I was in New York, things started to change. I noticed that a lot less people are riding Boosted and more people are literally building their own skateboards from scratch, like literally building their own skateboards. Cali is an electric skateboard brand out there. They sell parts, and Trampa is another skateboard part manufacturer. Majority of people a year ago were switching from Boosted, which was, I mean, I would call Boosted a premium skateboard. Some people may disagree with me and say Boosted is not a premium skateboard, but I would totally call Boosted a premium skateboard. You had people switching from Boosted going to Trampa. Now Trampa's and Cali's don't cost that much more. A year ago, the V2 was around $1,500, and then they came out with the Stealth last year, and the Stealth was what's $1,599, so after taxes you're looking at like $1,700–$1,800. Well, a year ago it was a guy in New York, in Brooklyn, he was building like Cali's, these Trampa boards, and they were like $2,200. Now I believe they're more now, just because, you know, they probably use better batteries nowadays, they probably use, you know, just different parts versus a year ago. A lot of people were switching like a year ago, and so many people were into paying $2,500 for a skateboard. Paying $2,500 for a skateboard that weighs anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds, which I would say that's kind of heavy for a skateboard. I mean, if you're riding it all the time because you have, 30-mile range, I guess that's different, because when you have 30-mile range, you're not carrying the skateboard as much than if you have a 5-mile range, because if you have a 5-mile range, you got to go ride 5 miles, take the skateboard up, take it inside, charge it. But if you got a 30-mile range board, you're not picking it up as much. Another thing about those 30-mile range boards, people don't usually pick those up. People usually drag them by the wheels. It just is so much easier. So I noticed that this problem is going on, okay? Everybody is switching from boosted and they're just going to Cowheels. Like, people aren't really riding Evolves as much anymore. So we fast forward the time to now. I wake up about, I don't know, 7 days ago, and I get this message from Boosted, and they have this new scooter. Now, you can't exactly see what the scooter looks like. You get an idea that it's a scooter. It's very similar to a Lime scooter. It's very similar to a Zoom scooter. I don't even think that there's a such thing as a Zoom scooter. I just made that up because it just came out like super simple, the Lime, and then there's a Zoom. Anyway, so there's scooter companies like that, right? So I'm thinking to myself, one thing that Boosted did a really good job at is they have branded the Boosted electric skateboard. So people know, yo, this is Boosted, that's Boosted. Like, people can tell it's a Boosted board halfway down the block just because of the marketing and the colors and the way the board acts, the way the board looks. People know what's up. They know it's a Boosted board. My thing with Boosted is I can see them doing this in 2 other markets with electric bikes and also electric scooters. So Boosted has already been very successful with electric skateboards. Some people may disagree with that statement. What I mean by that is Boosted pretty much has the iPhone of electric skateboard. There is no scooter company or electric bike company that is the iPhone of electric bikes or electric scooters. This is where Boosted could come in and be that next company. This is where Boosted could come in and make an electric scooter and people jump up and down and they want to buy that electric scooter. You have to ask yourself this question: how can Boosted do that? I don't know if you guys are aware, but there are a handful of scooter companies out there. A lot of them are like random Chinese companies that maybe you would want to trust or maybe you wouldn't want to trust. A lot of these scooters don't cost a lot of money. You can go on Amazon now and you can get scooters for $200, $300, $400, and it may have a 20-mile range. There's a handful of problems with some of the scooters you get on Amazon. A lot of them just do not hold up. Now, I haven't tested any of these scooters off of Amazon, but just reading reviews and just talking to other people, and like, how many miles did you put on your scooter? Oh, it died after 500 miles. I have a Boosted V2 and it has 4,000 miles on it. It's 4,000 miles. I've used it like crazy and it still works. It still works. If I have a problem with the motor, I can replace the motor. If I have a problem with the battery, I can replace the battery. The wheels, yeah, you need to replace the wheels after 2,000 miles. But a lot of those Amazon scooters don't even make it. They don't even make it like a tenth of that. But they're a lot cheaper. So Boosted. So what can they do with this new scooter? Well, first off, we really don't know much about this scooter. I'm guessing that if Boosted is entering the scooter market, this scooter is not going to be cheap. I kind of don't want to throw out numbers here because I don't want to be negative. I would imagine that this scooter will cost anywhere from $500 to $1,500. I could totally be wrong on this. There's no specs out here on the scooter. Nobody knows the range. Nobody knows the weight capacity. But just looking at the videos that Boosted showed off, it looks as if this scooter is very, very similar to other scooters we've seen on the markets. But on the other end, you just never ever know with Boosted. Who knows? Maybe they put batteries all inside the whole thing. Maybe it has some crazy fast charger that could trump other scooters. Maybe this scooter has a really, really cool app that will work very, very good with the scooter. Boosted just gave us a little taste of what they are about to unveil to us. There's a lot of questions out there. We go back to the Stealth and we go back and we look at Boosted's history, and last year when the Stealth came out, I was just waiting to see how many people would jump on the Stealth, how many people would buy the Stealth, because I know a lot of people, like, all throughout the world that ride electric skateboards, from Australia to New York to just the list goes on, and I can't think of one person off the top of my head, not one person off the top of my head that has a Stealth V2. I have a friend in New York, he bought a Stealth V2, but Boosted was taking so long to ship them out that he just ended up canceling the order. Another question, like, Boosted, like, I don't get the whole ordering system. I mean, for the Stealth was sold out for 2 months. It was sold out for 2 months, and I'm trying to figure out, like, who's buying the Stealth. Like, I don't even, like, even in San Francisco, I hardly ever see someone riding a Stealth. Like, you can obviously tell, like, it's a Stealth versus a V2 because because of the color of the wheels. And I hardly ever see anyone riding a Stealth. I feel that a lot of people who were the boosted riders that would go out and buy the Stealth, instead of buying the Stealth, they just went out and bought some other skateboard. They just went out and built a Cali, or they went out and built a Tramp, or they just bought some other electric skateboard. You know what I would really love to see from Boosted? I would really love to see Boosted come out with a skateboard with bigger wheels, and I would love for Boosted to surprise all of us with this. Because as of the making of this video, they're coming out with this scooter, and you know, who is really gonna be excited about this scooter? Maybe if you're a guy and you ride a Boosted board and your girlfriend does not want to ride an electric skateboard, but your girlfriend doesn't mind riding a scooter, maybe you'll drop $1,000 for your girlfriend to have a scooter with a 20-mile range. Because you guys know Boosted, with Boosted's reputation, this scooter is probably going to be about $1,000 and it's going to have a 20-mile range. On the flip side, you probably can go to Amazon and get a scooter for $300 with a 25-mile range. I'm not trying to bash Boosted here. If you're watching this from Mountain View, California, like, come on, understand my sense of humor here. I love you guys, but you guys have this reputation of giving a, you know, a low range, and you hitting us with these premium prices. And I don't know if it's just me. I haven't turned my back on Boosted. Like, I'm not riding a Cali, I'm not riding a Tramp. I ride Boosted all day, yo. Hella Chinese companies always try to get me to promote their skateboards, and I just don't. I mean, how many other skateboards do you see me riding on my channel? Like, I literally love Boosted like so much. Will I buy a Boosted scooter? I don't know. I probably will not buy a Boosted scooter just because I like the speed and the power from Boosted V2, or because I like the speed and the power from the skateboards versus the scooter. However, who knows how fast the scooter can be. The scooter, my guess is it'll probably cap out at 20 miles per hour. That's just my guess. Because do you really need to go that much faster on a scooter? I could totally be wrong. We don't know much about this. If you guys know any more information, if you got any rumors about the new Boosted scooter, let me know in the comments below. Like, I would love to hear. Honestly, like, I really want Boosted to make some really cool skateboard with big wheels that I can take off-road that cost less than $3,000. That, I don't know, maybe they'll probably never build that, because who would actually buy it? Like, maybe they've already lost their core customers, or maybe they haven't lost the core customers. Anyway, I thought I would just make a random video about Boosted. Yeah, as of now, I kind of miss my Boosted board a little bit, but I don't. I kind of miss it because I saw that video again before I made this video, the video of like the Boosted scooter, and then I thought to myself, who's gonna ride that? Like, who's gonna ride that? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Boosted's gonna try to compete with those other electric skate companies. This is all speculation right now. Anyway, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna go edit this video, upload this joint to the web. Peace out, yo. Or keep riding your Boosted or your Chinese skateboard, because you know what? They're pretty much all made in China. Anyway, I'm out. Peace out.